Yo, what's up guys? It's RC Madness back again. As you see, back in my RC room. I reorganized a little bit. My cars. Quadcopter and the helicopter is still in the same place. They're probably gonna stay there. But I moved around these guys a little bit. I don't know why this camera's already, it always starts out as zoomed in. But yeah, it's nothing too much has changed. The topic of the video is this guy here, the Redcat Shredder V2. What I'm going to do today for you guys is review this. And just because I was looking online on YouTube, couldn't find too many videos on it. So I was like, you know what? May as well review it myself. So if I could get my chair out here. Excuse my garbage. I was doing some shocks today. Some shock oils, changing out the oil. So it kind of got messy. And I would put this guy in the truck stand, but this being 1/6 scale, it's it's a little bit too big. That truck stand can hold it and it turns, but this thing hardly even fits in my workbench. So yeah, it's not that I made the workbench undersized. It's just that this car is very, very big. And in fact, I won't even be able to sit down and review this. I'm gonna have to stand up because I can't sit on my chair because my door is too close. Yeah, because I'm in my closet right now. Luckily, I have a decent sized closet, and I just thought it would be a cool place to have an RC room. Anyways, yeah, so just for a size comparison, because in the last video, if you guys saw that, if not, you could go check it out. It's when I was showing you what happened to this guy and how to fix it in my JLB 21101. The spindle broke. Here's my Redcat Tornado EPX Pro, brushless version, obviously. Yeah, there you go. If that's not a size comparison, I don't know what it is. That's a 1/10 scale four-wheel drive buggy right here. Let me see if I can get this guy back up here with one hand. Make sure I don't drop everything. Yeah, and previously I thought this guy was big compared to this guy, and he is. But another thing I can show you is my ECX temper here, which by the way I have the upgraded servo on that guy, if you guys want to know what that is. It's 20 kilogram. I'm not, here's the name right here. DS3218 MG, which means metal geared. And it comes with this aluminum servo horn, which is really cool. And all you have to do to get it to fit on the temper is there's a little tab at the end of it, of the servo horn on the back of it. I don't know if you guys can see it in there, but you have to take a Dremel and cut that down a little bit, and then it misses the steering links. That way you can run it in the temper. But yeah, the camera really doesn't do much of a justice. This thing is enormous. Like, I mean, there's just, it's, the wheel on this thing is like half the size of my temper here. Yet again, hard to do this all with one hand. Guys, I'm trying to get into this YouTube thing. Possibly going to be making more consistent videos. I hope. I mean, I want to see the feedback. You know what you guys think about it. Because in my past video, my one wrestler video for this guy, which has been updated a lot since that video, but it was a wrestler setup video that has almost 1,500 views on it. And that kind of motivated me a little bit. It was really cool to see that, because that's so much views. Even though it was about a year ago, it's still, a lot of views for me, because I'm not used to having more than like 20 or 30, 50 sometimes. Anyways, let's get to the point. I had to lean like all the way back against my door here. But yeah, here's this guy. Here's the transmitter here. It just has the basic. If I can open this up. There we go. It's kind of a pain to open it up. This is the new Redcat transmitter here. It only uses 4 AA. If I can show you that. Only uses 4 AA. Hopefully I can get this back on. There you go. Actually, that's not on. Now it is. There we go. Okay. And it has the basic On off, obviously, it has steering trim, throttle trim, steering dual rate, which is good for not burning up your servo, so you can set the end point to where the wheels obviously end, and it has your steering and throttle reverse, which stock I always leave them the same. Obviously, reversed steering, normal throttle. Has a nice springs on it, nice travel. The wheel feels better than the old one. The old one is actually right there. So yeah, that's the updated thing. And yeah, now to this guy. What I wanted to do was put some hub extensions, because if I can get high enough, you can see the truck is very, very long, but not like too wide, I guess. So I wanted to put some hub extenders on it, which are these guys right here. Ended up the axle size for that these guys are meant for. The axle wasn't wide enough on that guy to fit these guys. So now I just have an extra pair of these guys. If I am gonna get the Armor Creighton in April, somewhere around April. I gotta save up some money, but I'm getting the Armor Creighton, which has 17mm hexes. Possibly this will work on them. I don't know. It may or may not, but I have that now. The only thing I got off of those guys, since they were only $13, I didn't return them. I got these little red wheel hexes, which are sealed. Not necessarily sealed, but they have that little cap rather than just the screws. So not as much dirt and water and stuff will get into my axles. So let's get to taking the body off of this guy. It's just your standard 4 body clips. The wing is just a standard 2 body clips. Just clips right on there. And you may be thinking, you know, a lot of times these wings are really flimsy. No, this guy is flimsy enough. You know, it has enough give to take some punch. But like the clips are very tight. It doesn't wobble. It's just nice overall. So yeah, the body. Let me see if I can show you guys that. Nice body. It slides onto the truck very well. It's really big too. And as you can see, the box of my Tornado is bigger than just the box. Just put my clips in there. But yeah, here's the truck naked, I guess. As I just hit my helicopter. Probably need to upgrade to a bigger hobby room soon. But so yeah, here it is. Big bore threaded aluminum shocks there. I mean, they're freaking beefy. Actually, let me show you something. You can grab, should have a few shocks extra. There we go. So here's a 1/10 scale shock here. Probably for the front, because I think this is like 90mm, I think. But it's a front shock for most 10 scales. If I can turn this guy. Yeah, that's... Let me line up the bottoms. That's a big difference. This thing is absolutely puny compared to those shocks. So let me close that up without dropping all my shock oil. So right here is the motor. It's a 3675 size, so 36 wide, so that way, and then 75 long millimeters, obviously. 1300 kV, and it has this kind of clamp style body or motor support, so it clamps, and then from the bottom has the adjustable screws to adjust the mesh on that guy. You can adjust the mesh, which is kind of weird that they made it like that. But as you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, probably not. There is just like a little bit of play in the mesh, which is what you want. A lot of times what people do is they just use a piece of paper, stick it in between there, and that's that. It has beefier A-arms from the V1, bigger tires. These tires are nice and knobby. I mean, I don't know if I can get a size of the knobs, but they're pretty dang knobby. Aluminum chassis plate, SC8 RTR ESC. The receiver is also in there. Servo is just a standard 10 scale hex fly 15 kilogram. If you ever want to replace this guy, get at least a 20 kilogram, probably even 25 for these big tires, because there's going to be a hell of a lot of torque steer. So you want a stronger servo. In fact, you could probably upscale the servo if you figured out how to mount it, because the mounts are only for 10th scale. But yeah, that servo is probably not the best for this car, but it'll work because the tires will turn themselves, kind of like power steering, I guess you want to call it. Nice wing mount. Almost just dropped my radio. It's kind of weird though. These shocks, after sitting for a while, they get really stiff. Like, look, and then all of a sudden they just go. Like, they get really stiff and then they work perfectly fine. And I saw another car. I was watching Aussie RC Playground, and he has a car that does the same thing, and I'm really wondering what it is. Like, is it the pistons inside there that are getting caught up somehow, some way? I don't know, but I'm gonna look into that more. This bumper, really nice, has good amount of flex, lots of protection there, as you can see. Nice body mount post. The A-arms are super beefy. Like, there's my fingers as wide as my finger, and I got some pretty big hands. So, obviously, like, it has kind of two-sided type thing. Like, it supports on both sides of the shock cap's eyelet. What else we got here? As you probably already saw, if I can flip this guy, all aluminum chassis, except for there's a little brace up front. The front chassis is plastic. I haven't seen anybody have problems with that though. The bell cranks, if I can show you guys, in there are also aluminum. I wasn't sure if they just painted plastic silver, but you can tell it's aluminum because it actually feels colder, because, you know, metal conducts more electricity, so it pulls the heat from your finger faster. So it's definitely aluminum. Bell cranks in there, or steering linkage, whatever you want to call it. What else we got here? Center differential, rear and front. So 3 diffs, plastic spur gear. For whatever reason, decided to go with that. 2 Deans connectors. If I can pull the other one out of there, comes with 2 Deans, which is awesome that they didn't go with the banana plugs, because those banana plugs probably wouldn't be suitable for this. Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. It's a nice car. Might be slightly underpowered because you only can use 4S in it, but if you want to spend the money for a better system, go with like the Hobby Wing Max 8, maybe even a Max 6 if you really want some power, because Max 6 can even go to 8S. But 8S with this guy is you're not even gonna have fun. The tires are just gonna be spinning. I mean, it might be fun, but 6S upgrade. Probably have to upgrade the Moto 2 to like a 42 can, 42, 82 maybe, standard A scale. You definitely want to upgrade the power system if you want. I mean, I'm not going to, because I'm buying the Armor Creighton, so that's what's going to be my more powerful car. This is just going to be a fun, large scale RC. I can show you guys the batteries I got for it. It's 2 of those Gens Ace right there. 2S 2 ply. So it's basically it's 2S, but there's technically 4 cells kind of thing, but not really, and they're just ran in parallel. It's weird, but it's 5,000 milliamp hours, 50C on each of them, so 100C in total, which should give this guy pretty good punch. So I think that's it, guys. Like I said, please, if you can share my video around, you know, leave some comments, leave some likes, whatever you guys want. Dislike, obviously, but I ask if you dislike to leave a comment on, like, possibly why, you know, you disliked. But I would like to, you know, get some publicity, possibly. I hope. I'm gonna try to be more consistent with these videos, and obviously, as you can see, I would have a fair amount of content to share with you guys, because I do have quite a bit of cars, and I am getting a Creighton soon. Plus, I'm gonna get one of those little WL toys, A979B. You may be asking why I'm getting such a small, like, really almost toy grade RC car. It's just because I want to mess around with the thing. I'm thinking about putting a cheap little brushless system in it and just seeing if I could shred the differential maybe or something. I was just planning on having fun with it, seeing if I could get it to do standing backflips and all that. But yeah, so that's what I got for you guys today. Hope you guys like that, and see you guys soon.